Welcome to our podcast, It's About Payroll. We're your hosts, Brian Escobar and Walter William Duncan III. Whether you're new to the payroll game or a seasoned veteran, we have something for you. All right, welcome back, folks. We're back, season 4, episode 1. What's
Back.
up, Walt?
Yeah,
How you
man.
doing, man?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
I'm good. Just excited to be here. I'm excited for this new season that we're going to start, man. I'm excited to start it off. I'm amped, bro. How about you?
I'm amped, bro. I'm amped. Why don't you start us off with that statement you put up there by Oprah Winfrey?
Okay. Yeah, I saw this and it resonated with me because I feel like a lot of us, you and I, and even other people that we're associated with, and probably some other listeners around this time of year are facing some challenges. This quote by Oprah Winfrey says, "Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand."
Dang, that's deep. I like that. Yeah, sometimes you got to lean in.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to lean in. Yeah, it does hit home for you and I especially. And share with the listeners. I don't know how many listeners out there try to be better every day. Find that it's like the world challenges you more. And that's the case, right? Because I don't know why, but only the strong survive. It's survival of the fittest. And sometimes the fittest is not the strongest. It's the ones who can pivot the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, man. Yeah.
Like you said earlier, when we were talking before we started recording, you said the word discomfort, right?
Yes.
And a lot of us are feeling some discomfort in some way, whether that's our personal life or professional life. Yep. And those things are there. It's like they say when there's a lot of when a diamond's created, there's an immense amount of pressure put, and that goes into creating a diamond. So when that coal is in the middle of that process, if it had feelings, I'm sure it would feel terrible. It would feel good. But the end result can produce diamonds if you find a way to withstand.
I always think about this speech that Denzel Washington has out there in the world online or whatnot. I think it was like a graduation ceremony he spoke at. And he's a great speaker. Denzel, not beyond being a great actor, he's also seems like he is a good person. I don't know him personally, don't know. But he seems like, anyway, he had this statement that only a struggle will give you progress. At the end of the day, I think, we're being pushed, like I was saying, our spirits are being pushed into this uncomfortable place for a reason. Our path is moving forward. We are progressing because we have a struggle. So we are progressing. We're pushing past that. Yeah, man. So folks, this is a new year, and one of my things about New Year's and new beginnings and the new year, the new me. I don't like that strategy. Because the statistics are heavily weighed against that strategy of the new year is when you start new things and build a new me. And no, you should start that as soon as you feel that you must.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I heard someone say, and then we can progress forward.
Sorry, guys.
You good. I think people need this. We haven't dropped the episode in a while, so it's okay. There was somebody that said that you should try to finish the stuff that's incomplete instead of trying to start something new.
Yep.
So finish what you started previously that's still incomplete. Finish that project. Finish the business idea, that screenplay, whatever.
Whatever it is, finish it.
You haven't finished. Finish that before you try to go again and start something else.
All right, let's get into it, man. Season 4, we already made some alterations to how we were going to lay this out because the first episode of season 4 is going to be all about the payroll and what it means to an organization, right? From the owner's perspective, from the leader's perspective, how they look at payroll. But what we realized preparing for the first episode is that we can break it up into 2 parts for the first episode, right? How does a new business owner approach payroll? And then a business that's already been running, it's already been doing payroll for a while. Maybe they're 2 years in, maybe they're 5 years in. Maybe they're 20 years in, doesn't matter. So it's a difference, right? It's one set of kind of things that you have to prepare for as the new business owner that is about to hire their first employee. And it's a different things to look out for when you've been running payroll for a while, whatever that while looks like.
Yeah.
So that's what we realized prepping for this. And we decided let's do 2 parts for the first episode. So the first part is the new business owner,
Yep.
employees, right? So when you make that decision to hire employees,
Yep.
it's
Finding a great career has always been a challenge. But today, with the massive changes underway in just about every sector of the economy, in just about every country in the world, finding a great new career is even more challenging. And if you're a student, recent graduate, or someone else early in their career, it's even harder for you because you just don't have the experience that those who might be 10, 20, 30 years older than you have. The answer? The podcast. From dorms to desks. A podcast by College Recruiter Job Search Site, where every week we take a deep dive into a topic specifically of interest to candidates who are early in their careers and looking for a great part-time, seasonal, internship, or other entry-level job.
You have to think about a few things.
Yep.
And that is what we're going to go over with you guys today is what are those items that you need to think about as a new business owner that now is going to hire an employee?
Yep.
Now, what are the key points we need to know? Start us off. What's that? Give us the first three.
Okay, so one of the first ones that we have to discuss and talk about is employee type, the type of employees you're going to have. And that can be whether it's a W-2 employee or a 1099 or contractor, right? And then you have to, once you figure that out, you have to look at what their employee compensation is going to be. So that includes wages, salaries, bonuses, and any other forms of payment that you're going to offer to those said employees. Yep. Another thing to consider is the taxes. That's a very important piece.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all of it's important, but taxes are important. You want to be sure that you're withholding for the right location. If you have remote employees, you want to make sure that look at their state that they're in and see what taxes apply to that person. There may be some local taxes depending on their location. So you want to make sure that you set up that. So this includes any federal income, Social Security, Medicare tax, local tax, state tax for some states, and everything like that. And then the third thing that you want to look at is the certain type of benefits that you may offer to your employees. That can include
even if you can, sorry to cut you off, if you can even offer benefits.
Yes. So that's something you want to figure out and determine.
If you can afford it. Yeah.
Yes. So that may include like some health insurance, the cafeteria, 125 plans, retirement plans, which could be 401k,
stuff
Roth,
like that.
all that
Roth,
stuff.
Yeah. Not qualified for comp.
Yes.
Yep.
And then paid time off. The paid
PTO.
time off falls under benefits as well.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't. I think new business owners may not know that. So that'd be a good nugget for you to have. And setting up these benefits can be an important part in attracting and retaining the right talent.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's great key points. Yep, that's right. I want to back up to employee compensation.
Yeah.
And just a nugget there for new business owners. This is a tip, period, in every aspect of being a new business owner. Try to think a couple of steps ahead, right?
Yes.
Where you're going to be, where you want to scale up to. Because the decisions you make with 4 employees are very different from the decisions you will make with 400 employees.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if you think that your business, or you feel, or let's rephrase it, if you plan that your business will grow and get to that 400, try to pick the systems, the processes, the procedures, the vendors, the things that you need for the 400, not for the 4.
Yes, great point.
And if you can't afford it, then you have to map a plan to scale up and still keep that in mind, right? Yeah, it may be challenging, but don't overlook that, right? Folks often tell me, Brian, oh my gosh, Brian, that's so much I can't. Oh, why? I always like to start at the best case scenario and work your way back from that. You may not be able to afford that way, but you should understand what the best foot forward is.
Yeah.
And then plan to that. So keep that in mind, new business owners. And I say that for employee compensation because you want to pay accordingly, right? If you get somebody that's talented, they may stay with you and pay for maybe a few years, and you scale up, and now you've scaled up, but you're not paying them anymore because, well, you're trying to justify saving the money there. But when they can go and jump and make more money going somewhere else for a bigger company or the same size company, you're being right. So those are the kind of things you want to think about compensation as scaling up, because again, just like what Walt said just now, these are the things that are going to help you attract, retain, and develop talent.
Yes.
So now all those 5 pillars of payroll come back into play because talent being the first one, right? Not only in building a department, but building a team. Talent is where you start. So I just wanted to touch on that. So let's see the next ones for your new. So Walt just covered again. I'll recap for you a few things as a new business owner: employee compensation, taxes, and benefits. Now, we are glossing over and broad stroking this, folks, because you need research.
Yes.
These are items that we can talk for. It can be episodes. It can be whole seasons around employee compensation. I'm sure there is somewhere out there. Taxes. These are things that we can just draw on and on. But right, we want to teach you how to fish. Right?
Yes.
We're not going to fish for you. Not right now, anyway. We're developing our courses, right? We do want to teach you, but that's a bigger scope. That's a whole university type thing that we want to bring to you guys. Right now, it's neat enough to be dangerous. You're a new business owner. Hey, make sure your employee compensation is good. Go get a comp consultant and talk to them about what you're doing and build. It's worth it. Go get a tax consultant, CPA. Right? Get an HR consultant. Right now, they have HR for hire for $99 a month. I see online all the time. I don't know how good it is, but you need somewhere to start. I believe that some of these services will be good because there are HR professionals on the other side that just want to help a lot of people. Instead of helping one company, they want to help a ton of companies.
Absolutely.
So I love that. I love that model, and that's our model. We want to help as many payroll people as possible, as many companies as possible to do payroll better, to be better at payroll. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And then, so benefits is another one. All right. And then we're going into Siri. Will you mind your business? So we're going into the other ones is record keeping. Record keeping is huge. And record keeping is something that will hurt you, man.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Record keeping, some of you guys listening right now, you already know record keeping is something that is easily overlooked early on when you're starting companies. And then later on, you're like, oh my goodness, why wouldn't I track having accurate records of things? Keeping, because it's not
keyword in there. It's accurate.
Yes. It's not important just to keep the record, but it should be accurate. The errors, like everything. Record keeping is about full transparency.
Yes.
You want to keep. Sometimes folks on the team say, "Oh, should we delete this?" Never. Don't ever delete anything. Even if it's your mistake, you need to show it. We don't delete. We correct it. We can correct it, but you have to see that trail, that audit trail of activities. I was telling someone recently that once you've fixed something in the system, it's hard to put a ticket in for an error because the experts on the other side need to see the error still. So if you fix it, it's hard. It never existed. So as a payroll person, make sure you're putting in your cases, make sure you're entering your help desk tickets, and try to leave, when the luxury of time is on your side, leave that error there so that they can see it and then you can learn from it. Because if not, you don't know why it's right. We don't know why it happened. You don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to audit for it. You don't know how to look for it. All you did, it popped up, you fixed it, it's gone. It's not great because you lose the story around it. And that's what you learn from, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I think you have to keep that, something that we learned by reading that book, Principles. Is having radical transparency.
Radical transparency. Yes.
You need radical transparency with record keeping.
And I think, now that I think about it so much, that book probably hit so hard for us because that principle of radical transparency hit so hard for us because you must have it in payroll.
Yes.
You don't ever want to have a client on the phone, a customer on the phone, and I mean our coworkers, our employees, right? Our fellow employees, our colleagues. You don't want us and not be able to.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
Be transparent.
Yes.
Oh, why is there a negative $10 in my check? Don't worry about it. It's just a
what had
glitch. It's an
happened.
error. What happened was, don't worry about it. Well,
Yeah.
no, are you crazy? Like you you break your confidence with your customers from payroll. You are not good at that. That's it. You're done.
Yes. And
You're done.
there's a little key nugget that I saw online on LinkedIn. It said that after 2 paycheck errors, 49% of employees that experience that start looking for new jobs after 2 payroll errors. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And it may not that's incredible. Yeah,
No matter what the fault blames, no matter who made the mistake.
And that's exactly what I'm thinking. Gosh, that could be it could be the employee's error. Right? Yeah. Oh man. So no matter how ugly it is, you should be able to walk your employee, your customer back through whatever happened. It was -10, but I also put +20 to make up for that because that was the -10 was the error. So I gave $10 back to bring it to 0, and I gave you another $10 because I took $10 from you by accident. I'm making this up, guys. Don't worry. But this is how you would talk it through to an employee that this error you don't just say, oh, it was an error, don't worry about it. What? No, there's a -10 in my check. What you mean don't worry about it?
Oh, we're gonna fix that. It's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it, don't worry. No, you have to and then you have to give them the backup. You have you know what I'm saying? Like I've sent folks, you got to be transparent, you got to be accurate. Record keeping is super important, and it has to be comprehensive, and you got to be radically transparent.
Because think about it, right? The employees are experts at what they do.
Yep.
And if they don't do the same job that you do, you're the expert at at HR or payroll. We're supposed to be the experts that have the people, the clients come to us, and we're supposed to provide them with answers or whatever they're seeking. We're supposed to provide them with that solution. So remember, we're the experts here.
Yeah. So such a great point, man. Thank you, sir. And then another one is payroll software, but I don't know. I would maybe not software is the right word, because depending on the size of your company, you could actually pull off doing payroll in-house with okay, software. Let's use the word software loosely. How about that? Yes, you do need some type of automated system if you are if you're going to scale. And this is where people make that mistake. Oh, I can just do QuickBooks for now. But then you get up to 100 employees and you're still cutting checks out of QuickBooks and signing 100. That's unnecessary work. I knew a buddy of mine who runs a warehouse, and they were in that transition recently. And they made I don't know. I don't think it was because of me. I think it was just timing. But I was like, you need to tell your boss to get off that. Like, stop sending letters on dinosaur backs type deal. Would joke around about it. He came back. He's like, yo, Brian, we did it. We're all direct deposit now. I was like, awesome. So I don't think it had anything to do with me. It's just the company was growing or whatever. But it's just a great example. Like, you go from, oh, I got 10 people in the warehouse. Now all of a sudden you had 100. It's not the same signing those 10 checks as it is 100 checks. You know what I'm saying? And it's so unnecessary. It's so ridiculous to even think about that. So, yes, this is where folks, I think, make the mistake with software and systems or solutions. I like solutions. There we go. Payroll solutions. You know? So just whatever solution you choose, make sure it's scalable. If you're in a scale-up business, make sure it's scalable. If you open something like a restaurant, and you don't plan on ever opening another restaurant, which is fine, right? I get tempted with that all the time. You know what? I'm done with all this. We're just going to open Doughboys and flip these pizzas and just have a family business and call it a day. But so if that's the case, then, you may not ever hire more than 20 people, 30 people, whatever. So you get to pick a different system, and because you're not going to scale, or that isn't the plan. You know what I mean? Just keep that in mind when you're picking these systems. What are you? Basically, is the question you should ask when doing payroll software, and make sure it's. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Some keywords that you have in here from the little section that you wrote on payroll solutions is that, yes, while some software can make it easier to manage your payroll and ensure everything is handled accurately and efficiently, there are a lot of options out there. So you can become bombarded if you go out there and try to find so many different things. So you one of the key things Brian keeps going back to is research. Research. So that way you can find which solutions or software best fits your needs. So like just wanted to point that out.
Yes. And look, reach out to us on LinkedIn. If you're stuck and you have questions, reach out to us. We're here to help. You know what I mean?
One more thing that you want to consider is your pay frequency.
Yes.
How often you will pay your employees, whether that would be weekly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, monthly. There's even some options to pay them daily, depending on your need, depending on what you want to do, if that fits for you.
That's a good point. So let's talk about that for a second, because our recommendation as a payroll professional to a business owner is bi-weekly. But that is becoming antiquated, right, folks? It's shifting back to weekly, and it's shifting to this new concept of gig pay, daily pay. So it's really shifting to that, to earning on demand, basically, right? And I like it. I don't have anything. I'm not against it. As a payroll professional, it's a little scary because it's like moving too fast, right? How do we capture everything so quickly? But it's possible because systems can do it. And I'm interested to see where the blockchain and crypto and AI and Web3 and and evolution of this technology will start shaping payroll. And I challenge us to be part of that out the gate, right? As we go and research it now, because we are looking into it, going to a blockchain conference soon. And that'll be my focus, is to partner up with folks that can help develop a blockchain payroll system.
Absolutely.
Right? Why not? It's not out there yet, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you have a mind for this stuff, reach out. Let's do it. Let's build it. We'll be the first ones to have a blockchain payroll system. I think that there's a lot to have. That was a big statement. Like, it's not as easy as I'm saying it. There's a lot that goes into it. Yeah. So like, people are like, oh, he's bugging. Yeah, I am. But let's be audacious. You know what I'm saying? The audacity to think big and
let's innovate.
Let's innovate. Yeah. Let's push this. Let's disrupt. You know what I mean? There is somebody out there I saw recently on another payroll podcast that were talking about, they were talking about automation. Like, automation is not the end of payroll. And it's not. We talk about it all the time. You're still going to need people. The payroll professional is just going to reinvent themselves. That's all. So I'm excited, man. We got off topic a little bit here, but just to recap, guys, the new business owner should be looking out for how he's going to pay his employees, how he's going to capture those taxes, and file taxes. Don't forget to file, and don't forget the employer's obligations as to have employees and to have payroll. Understand your employer obligations. Maybe we'll cover that as a part of this. Duh. And then what else? Benefits, if you can afford them. TO is a good kind of low-cost benefit, because if you factor their salary in already and just give them some days off paid, then you've won, right? If you're already budgeting for a certain salary, but you could also work some days off into there, some holidays, some paid time off, things like that. Vacation time, if you can factor in a week of vacation in there or something, 2 weeks, unlimited if you're remote, these concepts, right? Things like that. Think about it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Record keeping is huge. Accurate record keeping is best practice.
Yes.
Transparent record keeping is best practice.
Yes.
Hey, we're the Payroll Baddies, and our mission is to make payroll fun and relatable.
And call out industry when we hear it.
You gotta call it out. You gotta call it like you see it. But we also gotta shine a light on all those unsung payroll heroes out there, making sure we get paid.
Yeah, those are the real payroll baddies out there, and we love sharing their stories and showing them love.
With gold chain and everything, baby.
By the way, SAP is the best payroll out there, and if you don't like it,
get out.
You want to see those errors as a person in data, in payroll. We're data keepers. You want to see every single transaction. Do not delete transactions. Correct.
Do not delete. Do not withhold. Do not do any of that.
Nope. Payroll system or software that you need is important. Think about the solutions that you need and think scalability. Be careful with the whole employee versus independent contractor. A lot of times, it's worth repeating. A lot of times, new business owners, They want to get away with doing the independent contractor deal because it saves them money. And that's smart. But be smart about how you do it.
Yes.
Because you can probably do it for a very long time if you do it properly. So just understand that. Don't try to get over. Just do it properly. There's a bunch of contingent workers.
Yes.
Gig economy is here to stay. And there's nothing but free. Upwork.com. Hello. Go and get the freelancers. And there's like, it's more popular now.
Yes.
So it's easy to go find a company that you can just hire freelancers. You can do it better now. So don't mess that up for yourselves. And then the last one Walt mentioned was pay frequency. How often do you want to pay your people?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it is a debate. It used to be that bi-weekly was the way to, but now it's changed. Like, how do you feel about this daily pay stuff? No, I'm asking you, how do you feel about it?
I think for certain industries, I think it's more convenient for the employees, right? So I think it's basically employee centric. And so it's designed to help the employee make the most out of their money and get it on a daily basis, which can help some people.
Yes.
But I don't know if every company has the need or the capability to handle that at whatever level you're at. So that's something like we were saying, we need to make sure that we do our research as new business owners to make sure that we can handle that we can stay within compliance while doing that. And you know that we have the necessary resources to maintain that process.
Compliance is key, and that's one of the things that we look for in the part 2 of this episode, right?
Yes.
We're going to talk about different things that, hey, now you're a company, you've hired a bunch of employees already, you've been doing payroll for however long. What have you done to reevaluate? What are your possible points of vulnerability, right?
Yes.
What do you need to audit and reevaluate?
How can you improve?
How can you improve? It's all about improvement. Once you've been doing payroll for a while, it's constant process improvement because payroll is a huge cost to businesses. It's usually 45 to 55% of your revenue. And exactly. So it's a serious dollar amount. It's a serious line item for companies. And we'll talk more about that in part 2 of this episode. But thanks, man. Thank you so much for covering these items for us. We're super psyched, guys. We're gonna start planning our whatever guests that we might have for the season. But hey, we're gonna start reaching out to you guys this week and try to plan those recordings with you. We hope to bring you guys some more stuff. Hope you didn't miss us too much and you guys enjoyed your holidays and you got some time to yourselves. And gosh, I don't know. I know we're talking to payroll people about this, but I hope that as a payroll person, you found a way to give yourself some grace and give yourself some rebuild time and that me time in this chaotic time for payroll people. We shout out to you all, our payroll warriors that are just grinding it out because of year end and now the new year. And shout out to all you guys. And we hope that you are finding a way to have fun and just take a break and take some time for yourselves.
Yep. What he said. Yep.
That part.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys. I think that's it for us today. We'll be back next week with the part 2 of this.
Yep.
And again, we'll just talk about the companies that have been doing payroll for a while and what they need to look out for.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of our podcast. We appreciate you. We're grateful for you. And we hope that the information that was shared with you will impact you as a payroll professional. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep going.